In the headlines, the new police commissioner pledges to rebuild public trust. Carifesta House enhanced ahead of tonight's Fusion show. And in sports, Barbados basketballers rally past Grenada to stay unbeaten in the FIBA America pre-qualifiers.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC NewsNight, starting now.
Good evening, I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC NewsNight. In our top story, a renewed promise that the Barbados Police Service is working to earn the trust of the public. It's coming from Commissioner of Police Sonia Boyce. She says the service remains focused on earning the confidence of Barbadians while staying true to its core responsibility of serving and protecting the public. Commissioner Boyce delivered the message during a ceremonial parade at the Regional Police Training Centre, Sewell, Christchurch. Anesta Henry has that story.
Precision marching by uniformed groups, musical performances by the Barbados Police Service were among the highly choreographed military parade to celebrate the appointment of Barbados' first female Commissioner of Police, Sonia Boyce. In her moment in time, Commissioner Boyce spoke to her rank and file and especially invited guests, including Prime Minister Mia Amor-Motley, offering reassurance of a few things. She assured Barbadians that their safety is the Barbados Police Service's priority and their trust is a great asset.
We are here to serve you, not merely to enforce the law, but to uphold justice, protect the vulnerable, and maintain the peace that defines our nation. We recognize that trust must be earned, not demanded. It is built through consistent action, through fairness, and through respect. My commitment is that the Barbados Police Service will work tirelessly to strengthen that trust.
Commissioner Boyce says under her watch, police officers will be present in communities, listening to the residents' concerns and responding with professionalism and care. She says police officers will hold themselves accountable to the standards citizens rightfully expect.
We invite you to partner with us, to share information, to participate in community initiatives, and to speak with us honestly when we fall short, so that together we can improve.
The top cop admits that the challenges before the service are real. She notes that crime, social pressures, and resource constraints are not abstract issues.
Yet they are not insurmountable. With unity, discipline, and determination, we will overcome them. This is not a task for one individual. It is a collective effort. It requires leadership at every level. It requires officers who are willing to go beyond the minimum, to demonstrate initiative, and to embody the values of this service. It requires partnership with government, with communities, with regional and international allies, and above all, it requires a shared belief in our mission.
And she had a word especially for her officers.
We must be a service that inspires confidence, a service that delivers results, a service that stands as a symbol of integrity and professionalism. We must be a service that future generations will be proud to inherit.
When I wake up,
Several prominent entertainers also brought a special touch to the celebratory occasion, including the Most Honorable Stetson Red Plastic Bag Wiltshire, Adrian Clark, and Paula Hines. During the ceremony, Commissioner Boyce presented recently retired Commissioner of Police, the Honorable Richard Boyce, with a portrait of himself in recognition of his distinct and dedicated service. Anesta Henry, CBC News.
Preparations are in full swing ahead of tomorrow's Party Monarch and tonight's Fusion show, with the National Botanical Gardens and Carifesta House transformed into vibrant entertainment venues. Significant upgrades have been made to Carifesta House, enhancing its capacity to host major events. The structure, which was originally erected for last year's Carifesta celebrations, has now been converted into a permanent multi-purpose venue designed to accommodate parties, parties, fetes, weddings, and other social functions. A standout feature of the upgraded facility is a newly installed central structure equipped with industrial fans. The system is designed to improve ventilation by extracting heat while also helping to stabilize the tent during storms or adverse weather conditions. Sean Henry, who is a member of the team from Undercover Canvas and Awnings, the company responsible for the installation, said the project would typically take around 2 months to complete. However, with strong support from the government and the dedication of the construction team, the work was finished in just 3 weeks. Mr. Henry says the space will be beautiful for tourists and locals once finished.
It's going to extend beyond crop over. You could eat wedding events, anything you want to your own needs, personal needs or social needs, whatever. It's going to be beautiful. Anybody overseas and they come and they want to keep a, just even anything they want to do, you can do it here. You can cover it, because we got a base, you can cover it and the boy will go and see what you're doing inside of here. And it could be, it's going to be lovely. It's going to be beautiful, trust me.
Meanwhile, over at the National Botanical Gardens, preparations for tomorrow's Party Monarch competition were entering their final stages. On a visit to the venue, crews were putting the finishing touches in place. The bars, stage, video screens and sound system had already been installed, with only final testing and checks remaining ahead of the event. Despite the threat of inclement weather, organizers on site expressed confidence that the show will go on. According to them, no rain can stop this jam. Residents of St. George turned back the clock today as young people and elders came together for a community day at the Glebe, celebrating the parish's rich traditions while strengthening community ties. The event featured a youth-led fun day with activities organized by young members of the community. The program combined traditional pastimes with sporting activities, creating opportunities for different generations to interact and share in the celebrations. Among the highlights was go-karting, an activity synonymous with the St. George community, alongside community football, which attracted participants and spectators throughout the day. CBC visited the venue as final preparations were underway, and one of the event's organizers and secretary of the St. George North Branch, Kenlyn Trimmingham, said the aim of the community day is to bring residents together in a spirit of strength, unity, and community pride.
It is something that is excellent for the community. And once we have that community spirit coming together, young and old together, especially the go-karting. In the go-karting, you will find mostly the older gentlemen and a few of the younger gentlemen, and they are the guys who will teach them how to make sure the carts are good and encourage them. So we had a really good camaraderie among the carters, and we have a lot of vendors here as well, a lot of young people who are vending their trade. We have natural juices. We have persons that are going to be here doing their food stalls, manned by young people as well, slushies. So we have a great mixture of youth vendors, youth participants, and we have the footballers that are usually young people as well.
Coming up, a catering business celebrates 40 years in the industry. Corbin's Catering is marking 40 years in the service industry by honoring long-serving staff and service providers, along with the introduction of 4 new mixes. Trevor Thorpe tells us more.
Scores turned out for the milestone celebration. Managing Director Ryan Corbin says the milestone was the combined efforts of every team member, from service providers to support staff. He says they all played an integral role in building Corbin's Catering into a respected and trusted name in the industry. Mr. Corbin says 4 new cocktails have been introduced to mark the occasion.
We crafted them with special names. The Founder's Choice was made for mum and those like her who prefer a non-alcoholic beverage. The Legacy Punch, which is the legacy she has left for us in passing the business on. And the 40 and forward speaks for itself. The Polished Mahogany is a tribute to the location which got its name from the ridge of majestic mahogany trees outside.
The newly renovated complex provided an ideal backdrop for the celebrations, symbolizing the company's ongoing commitment to innovation and quality, and highlighted the contribution and thinking of his mother, Rosalind Corbin, who founded the business.
From what she started with 1 person at her side to 38 full-time staff members we now employ. We've had many long-standing employees with over 20 and 30 years of service in the company, many of whom feel like family. There is no doubt I can credit the quality and consistency of the services that Corbin's Catering has delivered over the years to these hard-working individuals.
During the ceremony, Ms. Corbin recalled how it all started.
I just wanted to do something for my family. I came home, I didn't have a job, and I decided to. My family have always been in catering, and I wanted to do it from the start. But my parents told me not to do catering because when people are partying and enjoying themselves, you'll be working.
The memorable occasion not only honored the past, but also looked forward to the future and growth in the catering and service industry. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
Former national netballer Cherise Seal is making a positive impact in her community by providing back-to-school supplies to children in the city constituency ahead of the new school year. Ms. Seal, who organized the initiative, distributed backpacks, pencil cases and sanitary care packages to students as part of her effort to ease the financial burden on families preparing for the return to school. Speaking during the distribution, Ms. Seal said although she is not a parent herself, she's frequently heard colleagues speak about the increasing cost of living and the challenges of purchasing school supplies for their children. Those conversations, she said, inspired her to take action and give back to the community.
I'm just going to give back to my community because times getting harder. I don't have any kids, but I do have godchildren, so they are like my kids. So I heard parents complain about how hard and how difficult stuff becoming to purchase school stuff. So I always wanted to do this initiative. So now that I can do it, it feels great to do it.
Member of Parliament for the City Constituency and Minister of Legal Affairs and Criminal Justice, Michael Lashley, welcomed the initiative, commending Ms. Seal for her commitment to giving back to the community. Minister Lashley says while many people often talk about the need to help others, it is encouraging to see individuals taking meaningful action to make a difference. He also says community-driven initiatives such as Seals complement the work of government by providing additional support to families in need, noting that partnerships between residents and the government can have a greater impact on improving the lives of citizens.
I must say this is a wonderful initiative. I know that Ms. C contacted my office and our will be helped, and I must say that this morning it's really a wonderful achievement because, of course, not only will the MP doing it on its own, but of course persons who have resources, persons who are community-oriented, community-minded, can start projects and we will join them. And I think that this is an opportunity and a model to follow through all communities because we know that back-to-school items can be costly and expensive. And where there's assistance, where there's help, and where we could join with community persons, join with business people in the city, we will do that.
Good evening with sports. I'm Anne-Marie Burke. What a debut it has been for Vital Laws. The West Indies newcomer claimed 3 wickets on his one international debut to help restrict New Zealand to 267 all out in 49.5 overs in the ongoing opening ODI at Providence Stadium in Guyana. After winning the toss and electing to bowl, the West Indies were led by Alzari Joseph, who finished with impressive figures of 4 for 41. Laws made an immediate impact in international cricket with 3 for 54, while Gudakesh Moti chipped in with 2 for 51. Darryl Mitchell top scored for New Zealand with 65, while Will Young made 49. Michael Bracewell contributed 29, with Mark Chapman and Henry Nichols both scoring 27. Captain Tom Latham added 25, and Mitchell Sattner made 21 before the visitors were dismissed just 1 ball short of their full allocation. The West Indies now require 268 runs for victory to take a 1-0 lead in the 3-match series. We will have full highlights tomorrow. Well, defending champions Barbados are off to a winning start in this year's edition of the Cricket West Indies Regional Under-19 50 overs competition after defeating Wayward Islands by 114 runs. Playing in Antigua, Barbados won the toss and posted 393 for 6. Jordan Graham top scored with 76, while Captain Gadsden Boyne 662 and Kemar Dixon 67. In reply, the Windward Islands were restricted to 278 for 7. Theo Edward fell just short of a century on 92, while Rajiv Pusaram took 3 3 for 46, and Jahidi Hines 2 for 63. Back home, ESAFE Pickwick were bundled out by Wildy for a paltry 75 in the only encounter where play was possible today in the BCA Elite 3-day division. Playing at Dash Valley, Pickwick were sent into bat and were bowled out in 28.3 overs. For Wildy, Desmond Currency had a 5-wicket haul of 5 for 30, while Captain Jerome Jones picked up 4 for 38. Renicio Smith top scorer for Pickwick with 20. At Stumps, Wildy are 72 without loss, trailing by 3 runs, with Zachary McCaskey and Demetrius Richards still at the crease on 34 and 36 respectively. The other matches scheduled for today were impacted by rain and wet outfield conditions, so no play was possible. Well, Barbados stormed back from an early 9-point deficit to crush Grenada 99-77 this afternoon, extending their unbeaten run in the FIBA America pre-qualifiers. After a slow start, the Bajan men took control of the contest with a commanding turnaround before pulling away for a convincing 22-point victory in Guyana, keeping their America pre-qualifiers campaign firmly on course. CBC's Melissa Farley reports.
Grenada came out firing from beyond the arc in the opening quarter, with Kevin Cox leading the charge. Cox drained back-to-back three-pointers to give Grenada an early offensive spark. Barbados responded through Kyron Alexander, who knocked down a three-pointer to keep his team within striking distance. Cox continued his hot shooting with another triple before his teammate Tyreek Mitchell added a three-pointer of his own, capping an impressive long-range display for the Grenadians. Grenada's accuracy from outside the perimeter proved to be the defining feature of the opening period as they established early momentum to lead by 9, 26-17. Cox also opened the second quarter with a three-pointer for the Grenadians, but Alexander continued to fire for Barbados, knocking down 4 three-pointers to account for 12 points, spearheading his team's offensive surge. Carl Thorpe joined the action and added another shot for the Bajans from long range to keep the scoreboard ticking. Rashid Maynard chipped in with a 2-point basket as the team enjoyed an impressive shooting display. Alexander continued with three-pointers, highlighting a dominant second quarter performance as Barbados took control at the half by 10 points, 53-43. The third quarter featured balanced scoring from both teams as players traded basket throughout the period. 2 points for Thorpe, 2 points for Maynard, 2 points for Alexander. Grenadian Daniel Regis got on the scoreboard with 2 points of his own before Cox returned with 2 more. Hunt provided the highlight of the quarter with a 3-point basket, adding to Barbados' offensive momentum. It would appear that it was even Stevens in this third session, but Barbadians Kemar Ben, Antoine Winters, and Kisarian Adams each added 2 points to see Barbados' lead extended to 24, 82-58. In the final session, Grenada managed to cut the deficit by just 2 points as the Bajans held firm and took the game by 22 points, 99-77. Alexander led Barbados with a game-high 32 points, backed up with 15 from Thorpe, 14 from Maynard, 12 from Adams, and 10 from Ben. Despite Grenada's efforts, Barbados maintained control in the closing stages to finish the game strongly. Melissa Farley, CBC Sports.
Barbados will now look to keep their winning record when they face St. Vincent and the Grenadines in their final game tomorrow from 12:30 p.m. Now, Jaden Walcott produced another stunning display in the shot put event to win gold at the NACAC Under 18 and Under 23 Championships today in Mexico. The reigning Carifta Games Under 20 champions soared to a new championship record of 21.82 meters to rewrite the history books in spectacular fashion. Raya Dates clinched the second medal in the field for Team Barbados, winning bronze in the Under 23 girls shot put and a best throw of 15.26 meters. Meantime, Barbados continued to pick up medals on the track as Zachary Wall won silver in the Under 18 400-meter final, clocking a new personal best of 46.34, while his Harrison College teammate Aidan Moore was fifth. Katie Rock also secured silver in the Under 23 girls 400-meter contest, crossing the line in a lifetime best of 51.92 seconds ahead of another Barbadian, Twanise Johnson, in 53.34.
In the under-23 boys 400-meter final, Shamari Greenwich-Lewis was just outside the medals in fourth with a time of 46.35. Hurler Matt Rollins had a podium finish in the under-23 girls 100-meter event when she stormed to 13.59 seconds as at the 100-meter hurdles. Jacoby Brown-Smith was the final Barbadian to medal as he finished second to secure a silver in the 110-meter hurdles in 13.57 seconds.
And that's news tonight. Thank you for viewing. Enjoy the rest of your day.